My beloved child, I want you to pause for a moment and let my words enter the deepest chambers of your heart. I urge you, do not let the bustle of life rob you of the rest your soul needs. The more chaotic your schedule becomes, the more urgently you need time alone with me. In that stillness, I pour peace into your weary spirit, much like a refreshing stream quenches the thirst of a dry land. Many people see moments spent with me as a luxury, something they'll get around to once they finish everything else. Yet they do not realize they are running on the dwindling fuel of their own strength. Eventually they become consumed by burnout or frustration. Some bitterly blame me for their exhaustion, assuming I've deserted them, while others frantically call out in panic when they can't bear the weight anymore. But I want to lead you on a different path, a gentler way of living where you accomplish more with less frantic striving, because my power is at work within you. Imagine yourself walking side by side with me, unhurried yet purposeful. In this sacred partnership, you learn to rely on my wisdom instead of human efficiency alone. You're not designed to be a perpetual motion machine, driven by society's endless demands. Rather, I created you to flourish in the rhythm of grace, where you labor with diligence, but also pause to reflect, to pray, and to simply be. This quiet confidence in my presence will set you apart in a world overwhelmed by noise and deadlines. Some might judge you, thinking your slower pace and calmer demeanor mean you're lazy or lacking ambition. Do not let such misunderstandings trouble you. Your peacefulness, nourished by time with me, will serve as a guiding light to those around you. People who yearn for respite from the relentless hurry of life. They will see something in you that they can't quite name at first. A deep well of calm, a reservoir of joy, and a steadfast hope that is not swayed by outward circumstances. That, my child, is the evidence of my spirit working powerfully in and through you. When fears about the future creep in, when anxieties swirl around you like a raging storm, remember that I am already preparing you for what lies just around the bend. Every moment you set aside to be still before me is like planting seeds of trust in a fertile garden. Over time, these seeds will grow into sturdy trees of faith, able to withstand trials, challenges, and temptations you have yet to face. Through communion with me, you will gain clarity for decisions, renewed strength for battles, and a sense of direction that no worldly advisor can match. I also long for you to discover that my presence is the safest place for your heart. When you withdraw from the pressing demands of your schedule to dwell with me, you're not merely taking a break. You're being refueled by heavenly resources. In those treasured moments, my Holy Spirit can speak truths to your soul that you might miss in the clamor of life. Worry, guilt, and stress will begin to melt away, replaced by a confidence rooted in my eternal love. So come closer day by day. Let my words be the nourishment your soul craves. Let my spirit blanket you with warmth and understanding that transcends human logic. Watch as your priorities shift, your burdens lighten, and your perspective broadens. In walking with me, you'll find that your identity is no longer anchored in how productive you are or how others perceive you. Rather, it is anchored in my unchanging goodness and faithfulness. Never forget, you do not tread this path alone. I am leading you, guiding you, and holding you. I planted dreams in your heart that may seem beyond your grasp, but if you stay near me, you will see those dreams unfold in ways you cannot yet imagine. Take hold of my hand and let the light of my presence dispel every shadow. Embrace this peace-filled way of living and trust that I, your ever-loving God, will carry you through every twist and turn. You are safe. You are loved. You are destined to reflect my glory in a world desperate for hope. I am the Lord your God, and I yearn to pour out a joy into your life that surpasses all human reasoning. Picture a wellspring brimming with crystal clear water. enough to quench every spiritual thirst you've ever had, and that is only a glimpse of what I long to give you. I offer you far more than a fleeting emotion tied to good news or pleasant events. What I give you is my very self, my wisdom that has no boundaries, my knowledge that spans beyond time, and my love that stands unmoved, no matter the chaos that surrounds you. Because I am infinitely wise and all-knowing, you will never exhaust the treasures I have for you. Think of these treasures not as gold or jewels, but as revelations of my heart, glimpses of my glory, and insights into my ways. Each day you spend seeking me, you uncover fresh wonders, things you could not have imagined on your own. When situations turn dark and uncertainty seems to close in, remember that my perspective is infinitely higher. What appears hopeless to the human eye can be transformed into a path of growth and blessing when I shine my light upon it. I call myself a wellspring of joy because my delight is never in short supply. It's not something I reserve only for your good days or easy seasons. It is, in fact, a powerful force that can coexist alongside pain, heartbreak, or confusion. Even if your surroundings feel like a raging storm, my presence burns brightly like a lighthouse, guiding you through treacherous waters. When you turn your face toward me, allowing me to fill your heart, you discover that my joy can break through the darkest cloud of despair. The key is in your pursuit. If you keep seeking my face, my joy light will pierce even the thickest shadows. Let this heavenly light soak deep within you. Let it reshape your thoughts so that you see opportunities where others see only obstacles. Let it lift your spirit so that you find reason to smile, to hope, even when life's waves tower around you. My joy is not rooted in human triumphs, nor is it snuffed out by human failures. It is woven from my eternal nature, calm, resilient, and steadfast. Remember, my child, that this world is not your final home. You have an inheritance in heaven waiting for you, one that cannot spoil, fade, or be stolen. Hold this truth close when you feel weighed down by the cares of life. Because of your faith in me, you have access to a joy so profound, human language cannot do it justice. It transcends cultural boundaries, overcomes personal limitations, and reaches into the very core of who you are, giving you a sense of purpose that surpasses your everyday understanding. Today, I invite you to open yourself fully. Bring me your doubts, your questions, and your concerns, and watch as I gently exchange them for clarity and confidence. Speak to me in prayer, search my word, and remain attentive to the subtle whispers of my spirit. You will discover that my joy is not a reward for perfect behavior, but a steady inheritance for anyone who abides in my presence. No calamity, no disappointment, and no sin is too great to keep you from the transforming power of my love. This joy I give you is yours for all eternity, yet you can start experiencing it here and now, in the midst of your everyday life. As you trust me in the small challenges, you'll see my faithfulness. As you rely on me in the great trials, you'll witness my power. In all things, my joy is your secret strength, lifting your head when you feel downtrodden and shining as a testament of hope to those around you. This is the life I intend for you, a life standing firmly on my promises, a light with a heavenly joy that testifies of a kingdom not of this world. Open your heart wide. Let my joy fill every crevice of your mind and soul. Keep your eyes fixed on the inheritance I've prepared, a place where my glory never dims and where your joy will be complete. Even as you walk this earth, rest in the knowledge that my light goes before you and surrounds you. Embrace the truth of my endless love, and let my joy define your perspective on every circumstance you face. I see the burdens that weigh on you, and I promise to renew every area of your life, from the dryness of your heart to the worries about your daily bread. As I led my people through the wilderness, providing manna each dawn. So will I supply what you lack in body, mind, and spirit. My love as though it held no power. They neglect their own families, disregard their blessings, and tread carelessly on the precious gift of redemption I offered through my Son. Yet in spite of their complaints, I still love them. Day and night I pour out my grace upon them, yearning for them to open their hearts to me. But you, my dear one, take a different path. Walk away from those who despise my word and belittle my truth, yet never stop praying for their eyes to be opened. Remain steadfast, for I have set you apart to receive a fresh wave of opportunity and courage. Today, I bless you with a strength like steel. Do not cower before the challenges that rise against you. Instead, plant your feet firmly on the ground and face every conflict with unshakable courage. Remember how David, a mere shepherd boy, stood before the giant Goliath with nothing but a sling and a bold faith in me. He refused to be intimidated by the enemy's threats. In the same way, let your faith silence the voices telling you to give up. You have grown in wisdom and grace, and I see the bravery that is blossoming within you. Champion of champions, the time has come to advance fearlessly. Every morning, light the flame of your faith by soaking in my words. Let them echo in your heart before you take a single step into your day. Bring your petitions and your praises to my feet, trusting that nothing is impossible for me. Just as I led the Israelites through the Red Sea on dry land, I will make a way where there seems to be none. I will continue to help you in all things. Hold fast to this promise, and let my peace sustain you when worries crowd your mind. You are stepping into a realm of supernatural favor and provision. Listen carefully, for I am calling you to come nearer. The safest place you can ever be is in my presence, where fear must bow and hope stands tall. When your knees touch the ground in humble prayer, when you whisper my name with faith and reverence, I send forth my heavenly armies on your behalf. Now, my child, I command you to be still in your heart. In the midst of chaos, remember how my Son spoke to the raging storm. Peace, be still. And the wind and waves obeyed him immediately. Let that same stillness take root in your soul. Do not allow your heart to become agitated by negative voices or frightening circumstances. Instead, feel my loving arms encircle you, soothing every worry and every doubt. Even when enemies loom and adversity threatens, my presence remains a steadfast fortress. Tell me now that you receive this promise of peace. Let your spirit acknowledge my embrace. No matter how loud the world becomes or how fierce your trials may be, I am the unchanging rock on which you can stand. Let your faith blossom in this moment. Trust in my unending love. Breathe in the calm that I have prepared for you, and walk boldly into the future I have written for you. Amen.